ugliest forms of narcissistic abuse hides behind a smile. It's the relentless joking. You're the punchline, the butt of the joke, just over and over again. And here's the trap. Protest and you're too sensitive. Let it slide and you feel small and visible, like you've just agreed that you deserve it. This isn't humor. It's humiliation in disguise, and survivors know that it's meant to keep you in your place. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. One night, Annie went out to dinner with her husband and two people that she didn't really know that well. From the start, she kind of felt like the eyes were on her for whatever reason, but not in a warm, welcoming way, but in a subtle, weighing way. You know, the way strangers sometimes look at you when they're deciding what to make of you. Well, anyway, when the waiter came in, Annie, of course, placed her order. Something simple, something that she liked, but before she could even put her menu down, her husband laughed loud enough to get everyone's attention. And then he made a comment about her order. Not a playful nudge, not a loving tease, but a jab meant to embarrass her, to turn her choice into something laughable. She smiled through it because what else was she supposed to do? Protest, and she would be told she's overreacting, that she can't take a joke. Stay quiet, and the heat in her cheeks would just give her away anyhow. Later, when the bill came, he did something like that again. He made a crack about who was paying. It wasn't clever. It wasn't even really a joke. It was just another way to put her on display and make her feel small in front of other people. Anyway, they left the restaurant, but of course the humiliation followed her home. And long after the night was over, the shame stayed with her. It would stay with her for years, really. If you've been in that position, you know what it feels like. The laughter isn't shared. It's at your expense. The humor is a weapon and you are not in on the joke. You feel trapped between two bad choices. Defend yourself and look defensive, or let it slide and feel like you've surrendered a piece of yourself. This is why survivors often smile through the hurt. Because in that moment, the cost of pushing back feels higher than the cost of swallowing it. But here's the truth. Those jokes are not harmless. They are intentional acts of control. They chip away at your confidence and your dignity, one funny comment at a time. This one is for the survivor who has laughed along just to survive the moment, for the one who has swallowed the sting of being the butt of the joke because speaking up felt like walking into another trap, for the one who's been told they're too sensitive when it's really that they were too strong to let the abuser see them break. Because you're not weak and you are not alone, and knowing the difference between laughter that warms your heart and laughter that burns it. Annie's the heart and soul of the Are You Annie podcast. She's a young woman who broke free from a life that she thought she would never escape. Her story is the backbone of this space, and it's not because she's extraordinary in ways that you're not, but because she is so many of you, women and men alike, all of us. And every time you're here, every time you share a piece of your own truth, whether it's in a comment or some other way, you prove that Annie's story didn't end when I wrote the last page of the book. It lives on in you. in your survival, in your healing, in your refusal to be silenced. I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney, author of Undercurrent, and the host of the Are You Annie podcast. Please remember that you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse. I want you to be tenacious and never, ever give up on what's important to you. And until next time, I honor your truth. I thank you for being here and for staying until the end, because I know that you're here. Thank you again. And please, until I see you next time, take good care of yourself. Bye.